Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Chris. UnbiasReview checking in here with Swave Sevah.
Right.
We at the RB event, man. How you feel about this battle real quick, man, before we get into what I really brought you over here to talk about?
I feel like it's another day at the office.
Another day at the office?
I mean, shout out to Heavy Half. I know you're going to come with it because the boy got some shit, but you know, I came to do what I do as well, so in the end, may the best prevail. That's how I feel. All
right, say no more. Hey, now, there's been a lot of talk about this whole Jae Millz, Murder Mook, Smack DVD. So let me bring you up to speed. Mook was pretty much saying that, in a way, like he almost made Smack. In a way, him and Jae Millz basically saying that they were who they were before Smack DVDs. People used to come to the DVDs to watch battle rap, and that's really what got the DVDs popping.
Okay.
Smack is like, if you made me, then make another me type shit. He really ain't gave much of a response. So can you take me around that time and break down like what was Mook and Smack and Jae Millz like?
Basically,
the Smack
you asked
DVD.
Me, is it true if they made Smack? That's what you asked.
Yeah.
In my honest opinion, no. Smack had more than just battles on his DVDs, man. He had. What's up? How you doing, brother? What's going on, man? Smack like to keep it real, there was a time when Smack was known for having niggas pulling out guns on his DVDs. That was the most thing being talked about.
Okay.
Before the battles. Like there were certain DVDs that didn't even have a battle on it. And it still made numbers for Smack. He had little videos from artists, he had known artist interviews. And then the battle was like the extra added bonus. Now I do admit that a nigga like me used to cop Smack DVDs for the battles after a while. And then he got more consistent with putting battles at the end of his shit. But it wasn't always Mook. And then with Jae Millz only had two. He only had the Saya Castro and the Mook joint, you know what I mean? So it's like, out of all the battles, I seen Rex probably more times than I seen them two. I mean, I seen Mook, you know, you had the Party Artie, you had the, you know what I mean? You had the couple, you had the Party Artie, you had the Jae Millz, and then Serious Jones jump on. That's three. I don't even remember whatever Mook battle was on a Smack DVD.
Okay.
It's three. And Jae Millz had two.
Now, around that time, was there any other popping DVDs out around that time? Was people trying to like...
Nah, not really. There was a lot of people trying to imitate what Smack was doing with the DVD. And that's real. You had on the come up DVDs, Street Heat DVDs. You know what I mean? You had a whole bunch of people trying to follow that format of putting videos, interviewing artists. Some even tried to have a battle or two on there, you know what I mean? And you know, a lot of people try to follow that format. You already know, my nigga. You already. You know, a lot of people try to follow that format because it was the poppin' thing. It was like the mixtape of DVDs. There was a time when mixtapes, those mixed CDs was the flying thing flying off the shelves, and niggas started putting the little DVD with the CD. You know what I mean? It just became a little thing. You know what I mean? And yeah, it became a little cult following behind the Smack DVD. So do I truly believe? I think they contributed because they became one of the two of the most known niggas from a Smack DVD. You feel me? Oh, Mook had four. The Lux and Mook, the first one. My bad. That's four. So he had Serious Jones. He had Lux. He had
Party Artie.
He had Jae Millz.
Yeah.
Right. Jae Millz had Mook, and he had Saya Castro.
Right.
Boom, that's two. Rex had Uncasa. He had Miles. Rex had a couple himself, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like, you can't just say them. No, you can't say them. Lux had Miles. Miles had two battles on Smack DVD. Young Miles. If that's the case, you could say he did as many battles as Jae Millz did.
Do you know what was the first Smack battle that was actually on there?
No, I don't. Okay. The very first one was probably Saya Castro and Jae Millz. You know what I mean? I don't know. I could be wrong. I really don't know. But does it matter? Does it matter? If neither one of them was the very first battle, can they really say they made them?
I agree.
You know what I mean? They became the most popular one from that platform. But like, nah, I think Smack made itself. And then he had DVDs without battles, like I said, that still did the same amount of numbers, or probably just slightly a bit less. You know what I mean? It was still talked about. He still had controversial issues. I remember Smack being controversial because he used to always have niggas pulling out hammers on this shit.
Hey, let's get it. Why play, nigga? You can't win. Open your ass up like the mall at 10. Then I close your ass down like the mall at 9. Word to the wise, don't fuck with mine.
More than the battles. Niggas used to talk about, yo, these niggas always pulling out hammers. And he used to have interview wild niggas, and everybody gripped up. You know what I mean? That was the shit for a while. That kind of made Smack. Keep it real, that made a lot of niggas pay attention to Smack on the low. The fact that he was letting niggas do that. A lot of niggas wanted to be on Smack just to show off their shit. Like, you know what I mean? Then them indictments came around. Niggas like, oh, let me stop that. Stupid. You know. Nah, I really, from my perspective, I think they probably had a good contribute. And if anything, they probably get mad at me for saying that Smack probably made them. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep it whole real with you. Smack, had they never ever been on Smack, will we be looking at them like who they are right now? You gotta ask yourself that too.
I feel you.
Had Smack never ever put a Murder Mook battle on his DVD, y'all think we would really be looking at Mook the way we look at him? Let's keep it real. Like, I ain't trying to shit on Mook. That's my man Harlem all day. I'm glad he is who he is. I'm glad everything worked out for him, and I'm glad he's one of the forefathers in this shit, because he definitely is that. But, you know what I mean? He's definitely that. But we can say the same thing on both sides of the fence. Give it up, you know, UnbiasReview out here in New York. You don't get out here enough, but you know, when you do, you definitely bright up nigga day, light-skinned niggas. Yo, right now, y'all, it's 10 o'clock at night. This nigga just bright, B.